Hi, and welcome to another edition of Mike Finds Things. As you can see, we're not on the porch. I finally broke down and bought a lighting kit for filming inside. I made my own, I don't know how many years ago, and it was too hot. It was fluorescent lights. It was blinding. So I bought an LED lighting kit. So I spent a little money on the channel. We're still got some records for you. I didn't find anything this week. It was Thanksgiving last week. There were no good sales. All the sales were kind of terrible. I did go to one sale with records, and it was all like easy listening stuff that like nobody would really want or ever care about. I'm hoping some sales pop up this week as we're now into December. So far, it's looking pretty dismal. If I have to drive a little further out. There's one sale this week that looks like they might have records. They haven't added all the stuff, but they already said they have a bunch of radios. So usually radio guys tend to have records, so we'll see about that. It is jukebox guys. I got my Seaberg 222 behind me, and the Christmas tree is set up. So we're going to roll into another section of my old part of my record collection for stuff I bought going back probably late 80s, 90s. Most of the stuff I bought at thrift stores or yard sales and things back then. Some still have the price tags on them from the thrift stores. It's just kind of a deep dive into my old stuff. Today we're just doing the letter S because there's just enough there to do an entire letter. So let's go get started. We're going to get into the S's. These should be in alphabetical order, as we've seen some of them are not. First one, another one was this Aaron. I think I bought somebody's collection out that shopped at Aaron's a lot, because I did not shop at Aaron's a lot. We got Sade Diamond Life. This is the one with the smooth operator on it. And hopefully the lighting, I've got it set kind of like off to the side, so I'm going to see if I could keep the glare out of it. But I got that one. I never know how to put these on, so they turn up in the right order on the other end. Next one we have, we're going to roll into, this is another of those Clark records. I think I bought this Clark guy's records out, or maybe I went to a sale where he had a bunch of his records. We got on Stax Records, Sam and Dave Soulmen. This is definitely something to this day you'd find me picking up at a sale. Of course, it's got Soul Man on it, things like that. On Stax, looks like the jack. I did not go through these beforehand. I just looked to see where the S's started and stopped. So it looks like it's in pretty good shape. So other than the jacket's kind of coming apart. I just love to find Stax stuff. And yes, I'm in my orange 1970s Lazy Boy recliner. So it's very comfortable for me today. It's kind of hard to set up because it does rock too. So I mean, you can rock it back and forth. And that was actually an estate sale find. The recliner was $25, and it's pretty minty, so I grabbed it. Sounds like a record. All right, make sure you like and subscribe and all that good stuff, and let me know what your favorite records are and things like that. Tell your friend about the channel. We got a 12-inch single, another Clark record. Nobody knows Evelyn Champagne King. Oh, Shame is the side everybody knows. Evelyn Champagne King, 12-inch single of Shame, so a disco 12-inch. Okay, going to the next one. Here's one I picked up at Goodwill for 79 cents, and locally the Goodwills are up to like $4 a record, unless it's somebody they've heard of. They'll charge you more. I've seen as high as $11 for a record at a local Goodwill, if you can believe that. And I guarantee you that record will be there until they throw it away or the end of time, whichever comes first. We got Golden Guitars, Santo and Johnny. It's maybe the one I bought when I went to Alaska, and I was bored. I went to a thrift store and I remember I bought a Santo and Johnny up there. Back in, I believe it was 02, I was up there. Golden Guitars, Santo and Johnny. Something, again, I would pick up to this day. I've picked up Santo and Johnny before. I think this might actually be the one I picked up when I was up in Alaska. Santo and Johnny on Canadian American Records. It's got Sleepwalk on it. But it's sort of surf-ish or surf-adjacent, if you will. So a lot of guys who like surf music would like Santo and Johnny. I found that one sale. It was real close to me. It wasn't even posted on estate sales. It was just posted on like Nextdoor or something. I bought a few Santo and Johnny records out of there. I guess about 6 months ago. Sounds about right. I think I picked up 2 records by accident. This is a different like organization today because I'm usually on the porch. Just people keep saying, yeah, you should put the jukebox in. Hopefully it doesn't backlight too much with the, I don't know. I still have to figure out adjust these LEDs. This is going to be like a learning curve. This one, it does have a price tag, $3.99. I don't know where I paid $3.99 for this, or if I did, or if I bought it from someone who paid $3.99 for it, because it's not a sticker from my thrift. It's Peter Schilling, Error in the System. Of course, this one has Major Tom. Remember that, which was like an answer to Bowie's Space Oddity. Remember that it was like a new wave hit in the 80s. This is not a record I don't think I've come across other than this one. There you go, it's in really nice shape. So definitely a new wave classic, and one that was a hit, and it was videos played on MTV and all that good stuff. Next one we're going to go into, this looks like a 12-inch maxi single. Another new wave classic from, I collect a lot of 80s new wave stuff back then, I still do, but this one has an Aaron sticker on it as well for 99 cents. Scritti Politti Woodbees, 12-inch single. That was... That still gets played on the... if you listen to like First Wave on like Sirius, they still play Woodbees quite a bit. In fact, they still play Major Tom by Peter Schilling. And because you wanted another copy, why not? This one was $7.99. I did not pay $7.99. This is a different colored cover, but it's also stamped for promotional use. Scritti Politti Woodbees, 12-inch single again. So I'll show you the difference. So you can see it's a different color. And this one has the, it was probably given away as a promo, or sometimes they gave the 12-inch singles to like DJs at the clubs to play them. And they got stamped for promotional use only. And more Scritti Politti, Cupid Psych 85, Psyche 85. This one has Perfect Way. And this one also has Woodbees as well. But, of course, their bigger hit was Perfect Way. That's the one everybody remembers. I'm going to have to figure out how to organize these lights at some point. Yeah, I did spend money on the channel. Actually, it's for my other channel, too. Occasionally, I do a porch video on my other channel, and I just thought, okay, it's time for that. Another one that was sold at Aaron's. Like I said, I think I bought out somebody's collection from Aaron's or something. Scritti Politti Provision. This one's got a promotional stamp on it as well. More new wave. I said, I really hope stuff starts popping up at the estate sales pretty soon. In fact, the thrift store's been kind of dead, too. Every time I go over there, the one I like, haven't found anything. Here's one. This one, the jacket is messed up. It is on Pi Records out of the UK, I believe. The Searchers. It's got like needles and pins on it. This one appears to be... Nope, it's a US pressing. It's just, it's the Pi Records Unlimited. Usually when you see Pi Records, it's usually a UK press. Fortunately, it did get a little water damage on there. So worth anything? Probably not, because of the damage. Even that, it's probably not much of a record. Here's another one. Neil Sedaka's Greatest Hits. Neil Sedaka. Okay, why not? It's got Breaking Up Is Hard to Do on it, so that's probably a big one everybody knows. So I was picking up just about anything back then because it was cheap. Those stores were cheap back then. That was the gold age, definitely. Here's another one. I've picked up other copies of this probably in the last few years. They probably appeared on the channel. Another very, very popular artist. It is Bob Seger and the Silver Bullet Band with Live Bullet. So this is live 2 LP set. There you go. This is the one with the turn the page, just the one with the version, yes, the version of Turn a Page you always hear on the radio, I believe. So it was a very popular live album. So Bob Seger, did not get to see him live. Some guys I know went to go see him live. They had a really cheap Bob Seger concert when I was in Virginia in the 90s in the Navy. And a lot of guys I know went. And for some reason I didn't go that night. I can't remember why. Here's one I bought new, even though it's a repress. Ska. I've always been into ska. the Selector, Too Much Pressure. And yes, I have seen the Selector live. So it's been many years. In fact, they come around they played this punk festival at Pomona last year that I did not go to because it was in the middle of summer and it was on asphalt and it's just going to be really hot. So I would like to go see them again. They do come around to LA every once in a while. But it's two-tone ska for you. Said that one is a repress. It's not an original pressing. Because I do remember buying that new years after the album was originally released. Artie Shaw, Mr. Clarinet. Another one, I probably bought it for cheap or was given it to me or something, I would guess. Probably not something I would buy nowadays. I don't want my coughing, I'm good. Eventually I want to do a video on my jukeboxes as well, once they're all kind of somewhat working. It's hard to keep those things working sometimes, let's face it. We got Sheila E. Is this a Clark? This got to be like, I had to have bought this I wouldn't have bought this like normally. Cuckoo, 12-inch single. I don't remember buying, I said Liza, I'm like, did I really have that? There's a lot of stuff I remember having that got stolen. Here we go, another new wave, and these it's Shriek Back, Go Bang, new wavy goth stuff. I'm not sure if this is the one with the Nemesis or not. I don't think it's the one with Nemesis. No, this one doesn't have Nemesis. But Shriek Back, sort of like goth, new wave-ish stuff. Another Shriek Back here, Care. This one was $1.99, and it's a promotional. It's got a promotional stamp. Like I said, I think the one everybody knows by Shriek Back is usually Nemesis. You know, 80s like new wave stuff. What else we got here? I found some other Shriek Back. God, the thrift store I like a while back. Because you wanted more Shriek Back. We got Hannah in My Heart. More new wavy gothy stuff. And what do we got next? We have oh, this is cool. Okay. I forgot I had this. Why is I forgot I had? This is the 12-inch single. Yeah, 12-inch single of Seek Seek Sputnik, Love Missile. If you know this song, you know this song. It was used in, I believe, Ferris Bueller's Day Off. It was actually a massive hit, I believe, just about everywhere. I guess I originally paid $2.99 for it. And I think it was a massive hit everywhere in the U.S. U.S. It was never really a big hit, otherwise it was played on like new wave stations. And then they used it in Ferris Bueller, and that's when it kind of like became something in the U.S. I don't know if I have the camera set right. Okay, whatever. It's my first time doing this where I'm in front of the jukebox and the tree, so of course once it's no longer the holidays, the tree will go bye-bye. Actually, there's another jukebox that goes there. We got Paul Simon, a 12-inch single for Allergies. I don't even remember that song, but apparently I bought the record somewhere along the way or acquired it somehow. And because you wanted Simon with Garfunkel, Parsley, Sage, Rosemary, and Thyme. This record, to this day, pops up all the time, like at sales. It's a super common record. It's probably not worth anything. If it's worth anything, it's worth like $5. Because you wanted more Simon and Garfunkel, Wednesday morning, 3 a.m. Another one, it pops up pretty regularly. I'd say like, so that's my Simon and Garfunkel collection there. All right, getting back into more 80s new wave. We got a theme going on in the S section. I swear we got other S's besides new wave coming up. Simple Minds, Once Upon a Time. And I almost got to see them play in the 90s, and I didn't. I could have got a ticket for dirt cheap, and I didn't do it. So it has all the things she said, Alive and Kicking. Those are probably the ones everybody knows. And they did play Cruel World, I believe, last year, but we were watching a band on another stage at the time. My daughter, I can't remember what band it was. something my daughter really wanted to see, so we didn't get to see them. I really hate festivals when there's overlap, and it happens a lot, and you get that overlap, and there's two bands playing at the same time you want to see, and then other times you're just like, fine, we'll go see those guys, or we'll go to the merch line or something when so-and-so's up. All the Things She Said, extended version 12-inch single, Simple Minds. So it also has Don't You Forget About Me Live on the B-side. There we go. Okay, what do we got next? More Simple Minds. It's a 12-inch single of Promised You a Miracle. And it's promotional copy, not for sale. 12-inch single. Because you wanted another copy of Simple Minds Once Upon a Time, we have one more. And we have two more. So I've got 3 copies of that album. I should just give one to my... and somebody wrote Robert Plant on the back of this one. Okay. Got it. So we got two more copies of Simple Minds. I'll probably give one to my daughter then. She likes the 80s new wave stuff. We got Frank Sinatra with Count Basie. It might as well be Swing. This is another one that pops up pretty regularly at the sales. So you got the best of both worlds. You got Frank Sinatra with Count Basie. So it's like it's definitely, if you're into Sinatra, you need to own this. If you don't own it, if you're into Sinatra, you probably own this already. Let's face it. But definitely a great Sinatra record. Because you wanted more Sinatra, you need to Come Fly With Me. What I pay for this? Goodwill, I paid 95 cents for Come Fly With Me, Frank Sinatra. Which is also a great karaoke song. I've done that at karaoke before. And because you wanted a record I bought at Goodwill for 95 cents that is also Frank Sinatra, it is My Way. So My Way, Frank Sinatra. Obviously another record that anything Frank Sinatra generally pops up pretty regularly. You will find it if you are looking for it. And because I don't need to drop a record, this feels like it might be a overseas pressing of some kind. This is a UK pressing, good guess. This is Sinatra. And what did I pay for this one? $1.98. UK pressing of This Is Sinatra on Capitol. See what label it has. It's got that really soft, like, UK label. That's like a later label, like probably later 60s than probably when that record was. More Frank Sinatra. That's Life. That's one of my that is like one of my go-to karaoke songs. Just so you know, if you go do karaoke with me, you're lucky to run into That's Life. I love doing That's Life for karaoke. Again, Frank Sinatra, very common. Here's one that I have 2 copies of, and one of them will wind up going to my daughter for sure. It is Susie and the Banshees, Through the Looking Glass. Did get to see them at Crow World, was it 2 years ago? Or saw Susie, I should say. It's the one everybody would know. This one has her version of The Passenger, the Iggy Pop. In fact, Iggy Pop played the festival that year too, so he got to do The Passenger and she didn't, I guess. So it's Susie and the Banshees. Gotta love Susie Sue. I'm sure that's worth some money. There's another copy that still has a lot of the cellophane still on it. So I guarantee you my daughter's gonna. I probably should. Maybe I should just. I'll have to look at those later. She'll get one of those. I'm sure. She loves Susie. Here we go, another one that's very common, probably not worth a lot. Like, well, the Susie ones are probably worth a little bit because that stuff's coming back. Sister Sledge, We Are Family. I don't have to explain to you what this is. You know this one. It's even got He's the Greatest Dancer on it. I think those were the singles. Those are the 2. Obviously, We Are Family's on that one. I had the 45 of We Are Family when I was a kid. I do remember that. I grew up in that era. Here we go. We're going back to 80s New Wave Goth with the Sisters of Mercy. I paid $1.50 for this. Floodland. This one has This Corrosion on it. It's probably the song everybody would know on this one. And it does have a promotional stamp on the back. So Sisters of Mercy. It says pressed on high quality audiophile vinyl. So not sure if it's got the hype sticker on it, but then it's got a promotional stamp. So that's one I would have to research the pressing, see what's going on there. But all right, we're getting into some reggae here. We got Sly and Robbie, bass and Trouble, 12-inch single, and Miles. So lies I do not remember buying. It was like, okay. Here's one. I used to have this on 8-track in my 1977 Lincoln Continental Mark V back many years ago. Yes, I used to play it on 8-track. This is early 90s when 8-tracks were gone. But it is Sly and the Family Stone's greatest hits. Funk Pioneer. This one has all the greatest hits. Let's just leave it at that. I think it has everything but like Family Affair that you would think was on there. I do remember this one doesn't have Family Affair on it. I always thought that was kind of cheap not to put Family Affair on there. Unless it came out before that was a hit. Sometimes you find that on greatest hits albums. It has a gatefold with Sly Stone. Sly and the Family. What do we got now? Oh, man. This one I did buy at a thrift store because I remember going like, wow, I've never bought a Smiths record at a thrift store before. This is the Smiths, Still Ill, Reel Around the Fountain, Please, Please, Please Let Me Get What I Want. Looks like most of these are John Peel session stuff. If I show this to my daughter, she will snag it out of my hands. I guarantee you. And yeah, I've seen Morrissey live multiple times, so I will give that disclaimer. There you go, the Smiths. I believe I bought that at a store in Oakland, a thrift store in Oakland when I was in the Navy up there. Here's a couple more records my daughter will definitely snatch out of my hand. It is a 12-inch single, Soft Cell, Tainted Love, Where Did Our Love Go? I did see them live. I saw Soft Cell twice, Mark Allman. This one's got, it's got the Tainted Love, Where Did Our Love Go? 8-minute and 57-second version. Oh my God. Memorabilia is on this one, which is a great B-side. That's actually the B-side to Tainted Love 45, because I have the Tainted Love 45 in one of the jukeboxes that's right over there. Tainted Dub is a 9-minute and 25-second version of Tainted Love. And originally it was Music Plus $4.49 when it was new. It's got the original Music Plus price tag on it, which I didn't buy it new. I probably got it at a thrift store. So Soft Cell. My kid will want that. And another one, my kid has this on CD with the extra tracks, but it is Soft Cell Nonstop Erotic Cabaret. In fact, Soft Cell played Cruel World last year, and then before that I saw them at Darker Waves in Huntington Beach. This one's got Tainted Love, of course, CD Films, Sex Dwarf, Chips on My shoulder, Chips on My Shoulder, Bedsitter, Say Hello, Wave Goodbye, all that good stuff. Nonstop Erotic Cabaret. If you're an 80s New Wave fan and you don't own that, you should own that. That's a great one. 12-inch single. This is going into early 90s, but it samples the Smiths. So we're going back to the Smiths. It is Soho Hippie Chick. This looks like it's a promo, yeah, because it has the play. If you play it, say it thing on there. But if you remember that one, it does sample "How Soon Is Now" by the Smiths, and it's a pretty blatantly obvious sample. Because you wanted another copy of the same one, well, I got it right here. It's a lot of Hippie Chick. Here we go. I know we got a couple by this artist. This is we're going into some 80s hip hop. On Tommy Boy Records, looking for the perfect beat, it is Africa Bambaataa and the Soul Sonic Force. And of course, you remember he also teamed up with Johnny Lydon and did Time Zone, World Destruction. I have that somewhere on. Obviously, Time Zone wouldn't be in. It would be in the T's, not the S's. But I do have a few copies of that as well. But Soul Sonic Force. We have Planet Rock. Yeah, here's Planet Rock 12-inch single, promotional copy. Soul Sonic Force. Of course, it samples Trans Europe Express by. It's got the bonus beats for the DJs and stuff on this one. I'm sure they want this one. This is like an all-time hip-hop classic. Samples Kraftwerk's Trans Europe Express. That's the sample on that one. If you heard it, if you don't know it, you heard it, you'd know it. You'd know that song. It was also a big breakdance classic. A lot of the breakdancers like that one. So yeah, Soul Sonic Force, Planet Rock. Spandau Ballet, the singles collection. And it's still got the hype sticker with the cellophane. And it's got like what you would expect to be, Gold, Lifeline, True Communication, Chant Number 1. It's got a lot of good stuff on there. So if you're an 80s new waver, that's a good one. Is it worth anything? It's probably like a $5 or $10 record. It's kind of cool. Oh yes, you wanted more 80s new wave? We got it. We're going to start off with we already started off, but we're here at the Sparks in outer space. I should have drank a water before this. Cool Places is on this one. I'm trying to see if there's anyone everybody knows on this one. There's not really a lot of songs that everybody knows by the Sparks, but this one does have Cool Places with Jane Weedland on it, which is one everybody knows. Because you wanted the 12-inch single of the Sparks Cool Places. I have the 12-inch single. There you go, Sparks. And they had a documentary about the Sparks a few years ago. If you haven't seen it, go check it out online somewhere. It's pretty cool to watch. Another group I did see live, and unfortunately we'll never get to see live again, because I promised my daughter next time they came around I would take her to see them. And unfortunately the Terry Hall passed, unfortunately, at a young age. We have the Specials' first album. It's got Message to You, Rudy, Do the Dog. I mean, every one of these songs. I'm a big Specials fan, so I'm gonna think every one of these is a single. But Specials. So I don't know how many times did I see them live. I'm thinking like 4 or 5 times. I've got another copy just in case. Or it's got Monkey Man, Gangsters, stuff like that. Blank Expression. If you're a ska person, you better own that. Here we go. Something completely different. The Spinners, Spinning Gold. So it must be their greatest hits. Got that. It's got like I'll Be Around and all that stuff on there. The Spinners. Oh man, what do we got here? I don't even know. Oh, Split Ends. Waiata is the name of the album. I paid 95 cents for this at some random thrift store somewhere. This one has, I'm not sure which one. I can't read the track listing. It's kind of hard because I'm not used to having the lights over here, so it's kind of hard for me to read some of these. I'm sorry. This is like a first run for this lighting setup. And I did dim it some, and I can see in the thing it's still making my face really, really white. Whatever. We got another Split Ends. This one was 99 cents at Aaron's, which I said, I only remember going to Aaron's like maybe a couple times. True Colors on this one. This is what I Got You. That's like the one Split End song everybody knows. 80s new wave for you. It's kind of like how I find a lot of doo-wop now, or I'm always looking for, I look for just about anything now. 80s, not really doo-wop, but it is Rick Springfield, Hard to Hold. And then they got the backstage pass for the world tour. It's not a hype sticker. That's actually a backstage pass for the world tour from 1984. I'm gonna hold that up. Sometimes you find weird stuff in these albums. See, that's actually, you can feel that's actually, it's stamped for the date. So that's kind of cool. I found a flyer for for a performance in a CD. I can't remember what group it was at this point. Now, I probably shouldn't even brought that up. I can't. They wrote this. They wrote the track listing. Printing is so small, I'm not gonna be able to read it. Need a magnifying glass for that. Because you wanted more Rick Springfield. This is the one you always find. Working Class Dog. This is the one with Jesse's Girl. That's all you really need to know. It's one of those songs you like put on at a party, and 99 out of 100 people know Jesse's Girl. All right, we're getting down to. Well, I'll have to switch the camera because I have to go over and pull the last of the S's. We got Squeeze, the singles, 45s and under. Take Me, I'm Yours, Cool for Cats, Up the Junction, Pulling Muscles from the Shell, Tempted, Black Coffee in Bed, stuff like that. I have that on CD too. All right, because we're stuck in the 80s apparently. We got Born in the USA, Bruce Springsteen. I have to explain to you what this is, but it is Bruce Springsteen. I probably have another copy of that somewhere as well. But this is the old part. And because you wanted something that was put back out of order, Squeeze, Argy Bargy. So it has Pulling Muscles from a Shell, Separate Beds. This isn't the greatest. The other one was the greatest hits one, so it had all the hits. And because you wanted another Squeeze one that's out of order, East Side Story. So it has Inquintessence, Tempted. Unfortunately, the way they did the track listing, the colors kind of are hard to read. Especially when you have like these filming lights in your face like that. And I have another copy. This is a nicer copy of Squeeze singles. All right, so next record, we got Squeeze, Babylon and On. So it was returned and probably uses a DJ copy of some sort. And they underlined which songs they liked, things like that. And, wow, another Squeeze, another copy of the singles. Let's see. Squeeze, Cool for Cats, 12-inch single. Very cool for cats. Oh, sorry, no, this is actually their album. Up the Junctions on this one. Wow. So the one everyone's gonna know. Of course, Cool for Cats is on that one. That's a fun. I always like Squeeze, obviously. Squeeze, another Argy Bargy. You don't have to go over that. We already went over that one. Another Squeeze. Oh, yep, we got more Squeeze. Squeeze, Sweets from a Stranger. Oh, where they wrote it where it's hard to read. Black Coffee in Beds on this one. You can see they put it like little bubbles, and when you got lights blinding you in the face, it's kind of hard to read. So this has been a trial run to this lighting setup. I might tone them down a bit next time. Billy Squier. It's not Squeeze. Hey, Billy Squier, Don't Say No. This one's got the stroke. That's all you need to know. It's got the stroke. Oh, it's got Lonely as the Night as well. So I paid 99 cents for, which is not too much to pay if he has the stroke on it. Let's face it. And because you wanted more Billy Squier, this one's, I believe, Enough is Enough. Let me put a sticker over the thing. Oh, good Lord, the track listings are in fine print. Everybody Wants You's on this one. Okay, this one has Everybody Wants You. That's the track listing. Come on, people. Really? Yeah. I don't know what some of these album cover designer people were thinking. Here's one. This is a repress. I remember buying this at a record store once. It's a repress. It is Try It, the Standells, the most talked about record of the year band. So some LA garage. I got all the Standells. Got some garage rock. What do we got here? I believe I bought that at the same time I bought that Ronettes that was in the last video, if you watch the R's. Steelers Wheel. Steelers Wheel. Of course, this one has Stuck in the Middle with You. So for those who Let's face it, no one can listen to that song without thinking of Reservoir Dogs ever again, unless you've never seen Reservoir Dogs. Steely Dan. I always love Steely Dan. Gold. This is like a greatest hits. This one's got Hey 19, Deacon Blues. Come on, it's got Deacon Blues on it. You know, it's a good record. FM, Black Cow. I do have the FM soundtrack. I think I have a couple copies of the FM soundtrack too. Black Cow's on this one. Babylon Sisters on this one. So it might be a promo copy because it's got like the stamp with the MCA catalog number on it. Let me see if it's like a promo or something. No, it's not. But Steely Dan. I will never say no to Steely Dan. I think of Asia is where, well, somewhere. Yeah, here it is. This one was returned. Somebody returned a Steely Dan record. That is wrong. This is like one of the, I think this is probably the one everybody likes by Steely Dan for the most part. Black Cow, Asia, Deacon Blues, Peg, Josie, all that stuff. I mean, it's Steely Dan. That's all you got to know. Oh, it's got a gatefold. It's stuck together. Can I get it? Yeah, I do. Okay. It's got a gatefold. Tells you all about Steely Dan. So, if you like music, you need to like Steely Dan. It's the law. Now, there's always these people who always say they don't like Steely Dan for some reason. I don't know why. Katie lied. Steely Dan. This one's got another MCA stamp, so it might have been like some sort of promo or something. All right. And because you wanted more Steely Dan, I got Steppenwolf. See what I did there? Someone was a buck at Goodwill, apparently. Their greatest hits. Do I have a gatefold I can show you? Yes, it does. There you go, Steppenwolf's greatest hits. Of course, it has Born to Be Wild, Magic Carpet Ride, stuff like that on there. I can read the whole track listing. Because you wanted more greatest hits of Steppenwolf. Steppenwolf's 16 greatest hits. This one also has an MCA stamp on it. But it is Steppenwolf. And because you wanted more Steppenwolf, we have Cat Stevens. For some reason. I don't know. I probably wound up with that somewhere along the way. And because, oh, here's an artist I did see live. Rod Stewart, greatest hits. Come on. My story about Rod Stewart is my ex-wife and I were married. We went to Las Vegas to see Morrissey. We had tickets for Morrissey, and we'd already booked the trip to Vegas to go see Morrissey in Las Vegas. He canceled, as he does quite often. And we were able to buy tickets for that night to see Rod Stewart at Caesar's Palace. And I will tell you right now, if you have a chance to go see Rod Stewart live, you must go see Rod Stewart live. Because that man puts on a show. One heck of a show. And the whole time I'm there, I'm like, if he doesn't do You Think I'm Sexy, I want my money back. It's like his big finale. He does Do You Think I'm Sexy? So, Rod Stewart, I will say, my mother and my sister went to go see him live in Vegas because I told them they had to. And they had a really good time as well. We got more Rod Stewart, A Night on the Town. Did I mention you should go see him live? There you go. I can't say anything. I think that was one of the most fun nights I had. It was great because it kind of saved our trip. Rod Stewart, this one was 99 cents. Footloose and Fancy Free. This one's got like hot legs on it. Stuff like that. His version of You Keep Me Hanging On. I got to get something where I can see these things better when the lights, or turn the lights down or something. And Blondes Have More Fun, Rod Stewart. Of course, this one also has Do You Think I'm Sexy? Like I said, if you're in Vegas and he's playing Caesars, you need to go see Rod Stewart. We got Rod Stewart, Smiler. And literally, you will sit there, and he goes through all his hits, man. Let's got the gatefold on this one. He goes through all the hits, and like you'll be like, "Oh, I totally forgot he did that one." You know, it's just like you forget how many hits this man had until you go see him live. Sting, The Dream of the Blue Turtles. So solo Sting. When we get to the P's, I'll have a bunch of police. Or did we do the P's? No, we did the P's. If you love someone, set them free. Good Lord. Fortress Around Your Hearts on this one. It's written in fine print. That's all you need to know. It is Sting. In fact, I showed my kid Quadrophenia. Or he, you know, Sting, Nothing Like the Sun. One has Englishman in New York. Oh, it's a 2-album set. We'll Be Together's on this one. Those are probably ones everybody knows on this one. But Sting. And because you wanted another Dream of the Blue Turtles, I've got another one. And another one. Another Dream of the Blue Turtles. See why I need to like pare down my records? I got like multiple copies of Dream of the Blue Turtles for some reason. Here we go. Another group. I actually saw Brian Setzer live once. I did not see the Stray Cats. I did want to see them because they got back together and did a tour. Built for Speed. I had this on cassette when I was a kid. I still love Stray Cats. Of course, they had the whole rockabilly revival going. I'm going to try to get through this before the battery runs out on my selfie camera thing. So going back to mod in the early 80s, we got the Style Council, My Ever-Changing Mood. There you go. All you Paul Weller fans. What are we rolling today? I got like 8% on my camera. Round 2, the Stylistics. We've got I'm Stone in Love with You, stuff like that. Break Up to Makeups on this one as well. You guys like the lowrider oldies and such. Let's see here. Styx, Crystal Ball. Why not? Styx. Should have more Styx than that. I have other Styx albums, I know that. Oh, here we go. Rapper's Delight by the Sugar Hill Gang, 12-inch single. I found out this is actually worth something, and I used to find these all the time. So, Rapper's Delight. If you see this out in the wild, grab it, because people do want that 12-inch single. I've got Apache by the Sugar Hill Gang as well on the 12-inch single. See, we're at 5%. I got like 3 more records to go or something like that. Another copy of Rapper's Delight. Like I said, I think I was like randomly looking on Discogs, and I think the value of that like blew me away just because I know I stopped buying them because I used to find them so often. Suicidal Tendencies. Some LA punk rock stuff for you, hard rock. Let's see, what do we got next? I think we were down to 5%. Okay, we're good. Special disco version, one-sided record, play other side. That's my favorite record. No, that's what it says right there. But what's on the other side? It is Donna Summer, I Feel Love. Yes, 12-inch single. How long is this version? 8 minutes and 15 seconds of Giorgio Moroder goodness. I Feel Love, Donna Summer on Casablanca. Wow. That's a fantastic listen right there. You know it is. And it's like a DJ copy. We got Donna Summer. Oh, I found this one before as well. She is on the radio. See, she's on the radio. That's That's her greatest hits collection of Donna Summer. But man, that 12-inch single of the 8-minute version of I think I'm gonna go throw that on right now because I want to hear 8 minutes of I Feel Love. All right, well, that's what I got for you this week. I still have 4% on my selfie thing. Hopefully the lighting worked out and the video doesn't look terrible. Be sure to like and subscribe. Leave some comments about some of these records. Go listen to Steely Dan. Watch my other channel, which is Mike Frankovich, where I go out to car shows. And until next time, I'll be seeing you.